if you guys are new to what an empath is, I want to just share, and I feel like it's very, it's something that for people, like, I think that it'll land. You might not know empath. You might know what empathy is, but we're going to go to you next, Monica, but I just want to kind of tell you. So if you look at just the definition of empathy, and I usually sort of like throw this together, but I was serious this time, you guys. I'm just like, this is an important topic. I'm going to make sure to give you all the things that you need to add to your toolkit. But I even pulled up, I even did research for this, the definition of empathy. So it's talking about the ability to understand and feel the feelings of another. So if you just separate that off with empath, it's something that's definitely largely used in the spiritual community, but it essentially means that you are like this energy sponge, this emotion sponge, so that things that are going around you, people's moods, even something that you're watching on the news, which, let's be honest, a lot of people are doing these days, that you basically can, it can like ruin your whole day. Like, I don't watch the news anymore because I feel like I take on these emotions and the sadness that it feels like it really pulls me down, and I'm trying to be up here, not down here, right? And so if you find, I'll kind of give you guys a little quiz after I do Monica's reading, but if you're finding that you can be pulled down by other people really easily, or even if you sort of like can feel really deeply when you're with someone, that you can feel something really deeply when they're experiencing it, you're going to want to know about this, because it's going to make your life a lot easier. It's a very powerful gift, but it can be very draining. It can like lead to burnout if you don't know how to utilize it. So we're going to play kind of a little game, a little quiz. Okay. So I have my little quiz here. So this is a quiz around being an empath. So you guys can drop in your score after this. So we're going to put up 10 fingers. This is how you know I've been on TikTok a lot, because I feel like everyone's doing this. And I'm just sort of being a copier with my little empath game. Mine, I feel like, would not fit into a 60-second TikTok though, but I could try. Okay, so these are things that you're going to put a finger down if you've experienced them. And so we're going to say if you're getting at least half of these, like 5 or above, you are in like deep empath mode for sure. Above 5, if we're pushing on 8, it's sort of like, yep. Like you might actually be even in sort of like the clear sentience category, which we'll talk about later, because that's more in the category of like psychic intuitive gifts. So 10 fingers, right? And I want you guys to drop your score of how many you got. Okay. So put a finger down if you stopped watching the news because you feel like you have to avoid like all the sadness, because it just like pulls you down for the entire day. Okay. Put a finger down if you feel like you are just really like deeply impacted, like more than most people, if someone around you is like sad or having a bad day. Yeah. Put a finger down if you go to like a busy place, like a mall or like an amusement park, like a Disneyland, and it feels kind of overwhelming or kind of like sensory overload almost. Okay. I feel like it's hard to keep these two up together. It's like doing the little like shaky muscle thing. Put a finger down if you just like really experience like big, like deep emotions, like things also that you can't always explain because you don't even know where it's coming from. Okay. Put a finger down if you feel like you experience like people and conversations differently. Like after someone else met someone, it's like you picked up on something, you sort of like read between the lines, like, and no one else was getting that. Okay. Put a finger down if you feel like so deeply and you probably even like cry kind of easily, whether it's for like happiness or sadness. Put a finger down if you feel like you need time to recharge and just sort of be by yourself and disconnect from everyone. Even if maybe you don't consider yourself an introvert, maybe you do. Put a finger down if you are literally like a magnet for people to tell you what's going on in their life. Like you're just like they can't help but spill everything and they just are like attracted to you, like a moth from a flame. Put a finger down if you feel like physical pain, like if someone tells you that their like neck is hurting, that you notice that you start to feel it in your own body. And put a finger down if you tend to like overgive, or you've had like boundary issues because you are essentially like taking on challenges of others as like your own fix because you feel so deeply. So out of 10, how many fingers did you put down?